Yeah, I'm ready, Brett.
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
How's it going? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, quick question. I know you sat out a couple games because of contact tracing and then having last week's game canceled as well. What's it been like for you only playing one game in the last 3-4 weeks?
yeah, it's definitely frustrating after all the hard work we put in the off season to get ready for this year. It's frustrating when you miss one game, and let alone 3 or however many I've missed now. So that's definitely frustrating.
I mean, after losing last year in a tight game at Iowa, but 2 years ago, you guys were thoroughly embarrassed at home. Is there any kind of a score that you guys want to settle? Kind of, go out. I wouldn't say exact revenge, but just want to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again, because I'm sure that was not a pleasant situation at all for you guys.
Yeah, that was terrible game. Just all around, every phase. And that's definitely been brought up this week. So we haven't forgotten what happened that year. But really now it's just about focusing with, we got a lot of new players on the team, and this team can do a lot of different things than that team could do 2 years ago. So it's really just about focusing on this game plan, focusing on this week.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Joe, you gone?
Hey, Doug. Sorry, no video. I'm running around, but just wondering. I mean, Iowa last year, you guys seemed to take a big step forward on the offensive line. We're able to get the run game going. What did that game do for you guys, confidence-wise, just as an offensive line?
Yeah, we knew that they would, pretty consistently have one of the best front sevens in the Big Ten. And, they had some pretty great players last year. They have some good players this year. So, it's the same type of challenge. And, us being older now with some more experience, we want these types of challenges. And, we look forward to this game on Saturday.
And I know you guys didn't have a game last week, but do you guys still feel like you have momentum on your side with back-to-back wins? What has that done for you guys?
Yeah, I think, we still won those 2 weeks. Obviously this is a completely new week, but I don't think missing a game does anything in that regard. Just as terrible not to play a game. So.
And then one more for you. Rod said the other day that Brandon's been more vocal this year. He's opened up a little bit. Just what have you seen from him in his second year? Obviously, as a team captain, what did he do to earn that, and what have you seen him kind of evolve, or how has he evolved?
Yeah, I think Brandon has definitely grown, and I think a lot of that is just becoming more comfortable around all of us. Last year, I'm pretty sure he didn't play in the spring last year, so it was kind of just getting into summer camp right away. And obviously it's a completely new team. It's a new locker room. So, you got to get to know a lot of the guys, and, he has the past year. So he's grown a lot of trust with the guys, with me, with the O-line especially. And as far as being more vocal, everyone kind of knows that he's not, the big vocal leader. He's not going to talk every time, but when he needs to step up, he's definitely that guy. And he's someone that this entire offense can rally around. And, when he's playing well, it gives everyone else on the offense confidence.
How did you guys become roommates, by the way? Were you guys friends, or was it just, how did that happen?
Yeah, we were friends starting last year since he got here. And yeah, it's kind of center quarterback relationship. So
I know it's a close one. And one more for you. I mean, you guys both went through quarantine together. Like, how did you kind of share in that? I imagine it had to be an emotional time for both of you.
Yeah, me me, James, Christian, and Brandon were all quarantined at the same time. There were a lot of we didn't really have anything to do, like I said a couple weeks ago when I when I got interviewed about that. But there's a lot of time to just kind of sit there and we'd FaceTime and sit in just like we were sitting in the living room. We'd just FaceTime and talk for a couple hours when we didn't have anything to do.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
Doug, good to see you. Can you take me back to the first, so you guys as an offensive line have really been together, outside of Palcho this year, the couple games that you missed. This has been a pretty steady group. How does that help you guys? What kind of intricacies you guys know about each other? Because I don't know that this kind of consistency happens at a lot of college football programs.
I think each of us, I think it's getting to the point now in meetings where each of us kind of knows what each other's going to say, answering questions from coach. But our level of comfortability with each other is awesome. We're best friends. The other four guys in the O-line and, a lot of the guys in the offensive line room are my best friends. And that's been built through, 3 or 4 years of playing together, going through off-season workouts, just doing everything together. Because, not every position group goes through the things that the offensive line does. So, normally on a team, the offensive line is going to be, one of the closer groups. And that's definitely true here for sure.
Then, not to indicate that other Big Ten teams aren't physical, but this seems to be this, kind of mantra that Iowa's built up, that they're a physical team. Do you remember the first time you played Iowa? I mean, do you know what to expect from them? What was that experience like, and how does it help you to have the 3 games or whatnot under your belt now going into this?
Mm-hmm. I think we definitely have a good game plan going into this week. And Iowa, you're right. They kind of hang their hat on toughness, on grit and stuff like that. And there hasn't been a lot of coaching turnover at that school, so they do run, similar things. Not to say that they can't throw in new things every week, stuff like that. But we definitely have a good understanding for what they're going to do. And I think we had a pretty good understanding for what they were going to do last year. And it's really about just executing. Last year as an offense, we ran the ball decent, but we didn't really play a complete game. We had too many turnovers, and, we need to play better than we did last year against them so we can, kind of keep bring back that margin and get a victory.
And then I know a lot of you guys are still deciding what next year looks like and beyond, but we get down to the back end of this season, and you talk about the closeness of this offensive line group. Is it sinking in that, whether it's this year or next, like that time is running out to line up next to the same guys you've lined up next to for 3 years?
I think so. I know, we haven't really we've tried not to talk about it too much. Just because, we want to be focused on, the game at hand. What's the next game? That, that's the most important thing to worry about. And, all that stuff, choosing to come back or, choosing to leave, that's all going to get worked out, in the next 2 weeks. And at the end of the day, it is a personal decision for everyone. But, hopefully, the closeness will definitely help. And, I think a lot of us will have a good idea of what each other are doing, and, we should play a role in talking to people about, what they're going through.
Appreciate it, Doug. Thank you.
Hey, Doug, I know you're going to worry about Iowa, but there's going to be some bowl games here at the end of the year. You guys went to one last year. How important would it be for Illinois, for you personally, but also for Illinois, to go back to the postseason? How critical would that be for this group?
I think it'd be very important. And it's definitely, one of the goals this team strives for is to get into the postseason. So obviously it'd be very important. We'll see if those games end up happening. I know a lot of those got canceled, but we'll see what happens.
apparently there's no real rules in terms of criteria beyond the 4 teams at the top. What would you say to somebody, a bull scout looking for a team? What would you say to sell Illinois? Give me a little pitch for Illinois. Besides the center's good. Besides,
Yeah. Well, we got two more weeks to finish it out.
sure.
But so far through this season, you know, I think we've shown we've got a lot of fight. You know, we're willing to play, you know, whether we have, you know, Brandon back there at quarterback or, you know, something happens, you know, we're ready to play with a 4th or 5th string quarterback. We all love the game of football, and, you know, we're going to keep battling until the end. So I think it's a fun group to watch. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the last 2 games, though.
I'm sold. Thanks, Doug.
Appreciate it.
All right, it's a small group, Doug. I got to ask. I'm not going to ask you to pick your favorite Office episode. Will you give me a character that's your favorite? I've been wondering for 2 weeks.
Favorite character. I mean, Michael and Dwight are the easy answers. Those 2. Some sleeper characters that I like Jan, and then I think Ryan's hilarious as well. Favorite episode, probably the dinner party. It's hard to choose. And then, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good little scenes in that show, which makes it kind of hard to pick one episode. But yeah, that's probably what I have to go with.
I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
My favorite is when Kevin smashes the vending machine. When they have the air raid, you know, never mind. You know what I'm talking about. When they have the test, Dwight does the test of the.
Yeah, the fire alarm. He smashes the
Yes, that's.
machine. Yep.
I watch that laugh every time, so that's cool.
We'll have to team up for some Office trivia.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it, Doug.
All right. We all good?
Yeah, we're great.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.